Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you all are fit and fine at your home and safe. So, students, today we are going to class 5th, very first chapter, Maps and Globes. Students, the Earth is the only planet in our solar system that supports life, as it has air and water. Our Earth has land masses and water bodies too. The big land masses are called continents and the water bodies are called oceans. The continents, there are 7 continents: Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, and Australia. And if we talk about oceans, there are 5 oceans. They are the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, and Indian Ocean, the Antarctic Oceans, and the Arctic Oceans. The Pacific Ocean is the largest and the deepest one. It separates America from Asia and Australia. It separates America from Asia and Australia. And the Arctic Ocean is the smallest one. The Atlantic Ocean is second largest ocean. The first largest ocean is Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean is second largest ocean, which separate North and South America from Europe and Africa. Now we'll talk about the shape of the earth. The earth is spherical in shape. Long ago it was believed that earth was flat. People believed that if we travel to the edges, we would fall off. However, explorers like Ferdinand Magellan and astronomers like Copernicus proved that the earth was flat. Even photographs from space and satellite images have also proved that the earth is spherical in the shape, not round. So let's talk about globe. What is globe? A globe is round model of the earth. You must have seen globes in stationery shop. We are talking about the same globe. A globe is round model of the earth. It represents the earth in a simple and accurate way. It not only shows the shape, size and location of the continents and water bodies, but also help us to understand the earth's movement on its axis and around the sun. Though the globe has many advantages, it has certain disadvantages too. A globe shows only one side of the earth at one time and it cannot be carried easily from place to place. The details are not shown clearly because of space limitation. But when we are talking about the map is derived from the Latin word mappo, which means a napkin. A map is a representation of the earth's surface or a part of it on a flat surface. A book of map is called an atlas. You can buy it from any stationery shop. Maps can be drawn on a flat surface to show continents, countries, cities, neighborhoods, and even marketplaces. So, there are many types of maps, but we'll talk about 2 types of map, that is political maps and physical maps. Students, political maps define or show political boundaries of countries, states, cities and other political division. I have shared a pic of political map where you can see there are boundaries of states of India. What is physical map? Physical map shows physical features like mountain, valley, plain, plateaus, river and other water bodies. That is physical map. Beside these, there are maps that shows crops grown, minerals found in various places, rainfall in different areas, industries, population, transport, soil, natural resources, forest and wildlife too. There are other maps also. So, if we really want to read any map, we must know the language of the map. What is the language of map? In language of map, in order to understand the information given on map, we must know its language too. and we'll start to understand from directions. See, there are four main directions as we all know: north, south, east, and west. And there are sub directions also, like northeast, southeast, northwest, and southwest. The direction on the map are also shown by a arrow which is marked N. This indicates the north direction. It is easy to find other direction. Once we know where the north lies, all maps follow the same method to show direction, like north in upside and south in the downside. And what is in left side? West, and east side? East. Now, to understand the language of map, we must know the scale language also. All maps are drawn to scale. This is because all maps drawn are not as large as area they depict. So as big the area is, we cannot draw the area on map. Let us take an example. To draw a map of a marketplace measuring 800 meter by 600 meter, it becomes very convenient if 10 meter is represented by 1 centimeter, so that the map is just 80 centimeter by 60 centimeter. The scale would state 1 centimeter is equal to 10 centimeter. The ratio between the distance on the ground and distance on the map is known as the scale of the map. So we can use a linear scale map also. So that is easy to understand the location and the area size. So next is colors. Maps shows many colors. Each color shows a particular thing on a map. Usually what happens, map follow a common scheme of colors. The table below shows the colors and the physical feature they represent. The color scheme is used for maps all over the world. For example, I am just reading a table and you can understand from this, like if I am using color light blue, and that meaning of light blue is shallow water. अगर sea के लिए हम use करते हैं shallow water, and dark blue deep water, and green lowland or plains. Okay, so this is the colors can use in map. So next and the last option of language of map is symbols. Every map has a key. This key consists of symbols and colors used in map. And what they depict? A map is not large enough to show mountain, lakes, rivers, bridges, temples, and railway tracks, obviously. So various signs and symbols are used to give information. For example, like in this map which I have shown you in this slide, the hospitals are plus in sign, and police station is in star in sign, and water in blue in sign, mountain in the brown in the shape of mountain, park in the trees. So these kind of signs we can show in a map to represent symbols. So it is easy to understand the location in the map. So students, this is all for the session. Thank you so much.